I heard we were being called back after Tatooine, I thought they're sending us into battle. And here we are, guarding a door again.
That's true. On top of that, we had to switch positions at the last minute while staying discreet.
Yeah, we were in some kind of closet and now we're here, guarding this door in an empty hallway.
I know, we must have a reputation now. Hey, who should we send to guard useless corridors or doors? Oh, I know. Take 215 and take 588.
But hold on, this time it's serious. Vader gave us this mission himself.
Oh yeah, because last time wasn't serious, right? Thinking back, we could have been turned to ashes, you know? Good thing we were stuck on Tatooine watching sand.
I admit, we got lucky. Guarding the desert light years away from everything and boom, the Death Star explodes. Maybe it's our destiny, you know? Guarding quiet doors and corridors while the rest of the world collapses.
Yeah, but this door, do you really think it's important?
Vader said it leads to the spaceport. If they try to escape, this is the way they'll go.
Great, so we're the only ones between them and their way out. Maybe we should put up a door out of service sign?
Not a bad idea. That way they'll look for another route and leave us in peace.
Honestly, at this point, I'd have preferred to stay on Tatooine. At least the sand moves with the wind. Here, it's even quieter. Not even a Jaywood to make things interesting.
Do you think Vader knows what he's doing? Putting us, the hallway experts, to oversee such an important mission?
Listen, maybe it's his trap within a trap, you know? Like the rebels think they're going to face elite stormtroopers, and bam, it's us with all our experience of staring into the void. Honestly, it could work. They must be used to seeing us stormtroopers as just a formality, like a small distraction before the real problems.
Yeah, totally. They always think we're just there to look pretty. Maybe they even think we're statues with blasters.
Oh wait, maybe that's the plan. Put us here as a diversion. While the rebels laugh at us waiting in front of a door, Vader sneaks up from behind.
Great. So we're here for the humiliation and Vader gets the glory. I just hope we at least get a medal or a lunch break.
Yeah, as long as we don't end up as human shields, I'm fine with that.
True. I'm up for some action, but not like last time. Just enough to have something to talk about.
You realize that? Since we joined the Empire, this is all we've done? Death Star, Tatooine, and now Bespin. Always doors, always corridors. We could write a guide, the perfect Stormtrooper's door duty guide.
Yeah, Chapter 1. Never ask what's behind the door. Chapter 2. Always stand straight, even if no one ever comes.
And Chapter 3. Ignore the distress screens and blaster shots echoing in the distance. Not our problem.
Except for a Wookiee. Those roars. I still dream about them.
Good thing we didn't open the door, right?
Talk about a relief. Just imagine we open the door and bam, a raging Wookiee charging at us.
It's good not to play the hero.
Yeah, especially since in our case, heroes would probably mean victims.
Anyway, if there's another Wookiee, I'm dropping my blaster and running this time.
So count on me to be right behind you. Hey, what did we just see? What was that thing?
I don't know, but it looked like a giant ice cube.
It's not an ice cube, it's carbonate. And I'm not sure it's the best way to store someone.
True, it does seem like a questionable preservation method.
Honestly, I wonder how we ended up here. We're guarding a door, and a bounty hunter walks by with a frozen guy.
Maybe we should consider becoming bounty hunters.
Yeah, it sounds like a better job than being a stormtrooper.
But seriously, what are we doing here? Why is the Empire on Bespin? We were just told to guard this door after being pulled out of a closet at the last minute.
That's what I'm wondering. What's Vader's real plan? Freezing people? Catching rebels?
Who would have thought the solution to catching rebels was turning them into ice blocks?
Yeah, it seems weird. And here we are, guarding this door with no clue about what's really going on.
Maybe they're watching us to see if we're capable of guarding an empty hallway. Do you think it's some kind of aptitude test?
If that's the case, I'm sure we'll fail. We're just two guys lost in the corner.
Attention, this is Lando Calrissian. The Empire has taken control of the city. I advise everyone to leave before more Imperial troops arrive.
Did you hear that?
Not really a surprise, but it does make our mission more stressful. What do we do now?
I guess we stay at our post, but we could check if they need reinforcements.
That sounds risky. And then we were given clear orders, guard this door. If we leave and something happens.
Yeah, you're right. So let's stay here, but we need to stay alert.
Yes, and if something happens, we'll need to be ready to act.
that? This doesn't sound good.
Yeah, and it's getting closer. What do? We have to defend this door.
I know, but we don't want to repeat our cowardice from last time. We need to act. And I really don't want to go back to eating sand.
All right, let's go. Let's help our comrades.
Oh no, it's a Wookiee.
I don't want to deal with an angry Wookiee. What do we do now?
We go, but not in that direction.
We'll go into the fight, but in the opposite direction. Running while keeping cover is probably the best option.
Exactly. We'll act like we're on a mission, just in the wrong direction.
I never doubted you for a second. Wonderful!
Well, we're back.
I know, it's almost nostalgic.
Honestly, I need to stop listening to you. Every time you come up with a plan, it always ends badly.
Oh, come on, it wasn't that bad. We're still alive, aren't we?
Can't argue with that.